live. So YouTube is unlocking all these new features. So I don't know if anyone's gonna come on here with me because it is in the middle of the workday. But I just kind of want to just share or have a quick venting session with my YouTube family because it's been a lot that I've been dealing with in this short bit of time, but not to just divulge a lot of information. But one of the things that's been a challenge are these so-called mandates that have been happening in the DMV area, which has got me kind of flustered, but I'm not allowing it to shake me. So what I am seeing is that what the head person of the country is doing, he is giving companies a lot of power over our physical body, over something which I just never really thought I would experience in this lifetime. You know, companies are now telling individuals if they can travel or not. So if you have your own time and you want to take PTO or things like that, companies are now are given the power over you to tell you, no, you can't travel to this country. No, you can't travel here unless you get a certain medicine that they want you all to have. And I'm not going to get into details of those type of things, but that's what I'm saying. Greetings, James. I was just sharing, some of the things that I've been coming across, which I don't know how many people are dealing with and what's going on. So one of the things that I am facing, the company that I'm working for, has been emboldened by the leader of this place, the country, to tell us what we have to get injected in our body and telling us if we can travel or not. I mean, they have even got to a point saying, well, you can't go to this country, you can't go to that country. Like several people that I work for, where, they live in Africa, the company actually told them they couldn't go to Africa to visit their family, which is to me insane. It is insane. And I'm being put up with the challenge now of whether or not I want to. It's like it's almost like this, I didn't feel this way about the flu vaccine. It's like if I chose to get the flu vaccine or not, I can get it. But this is something different. It's like they're telling you either you get it or you won't be able to work, feed your family. You won't be able to go buy food. You won't be able to get medical help. Like I'm seeing it one by one. I went to apply for an apartment. Apartment complexes in the DMV area are now asking you for your medical record, because if you don't have the medical record that they want, they are denying people access to housing as well. So, I'm just like watching, and I was telling people like this is going to happen eventually, and I'm not seeing anyone protest. In Europe they're tearing things up. In Australia they're protesting. People are on fire protesting, but I'm seeing everyone here are like sheep. They're like sheep. No one is like we're being so silenced that people are scared to even mention anything. Like right now, I got to even be careful whatever I talk about because I've already been threatened to have my channel shut down. But this is really kind of took me on a whole nother level, because when I came into my company and they told me I couldn't travel. They actually told me you cannot travel unless you go do XYZ, not quarantine for 10 days and get a test. Not any of that. They told me only time they will allow you to quarantine if you already have the jab and you can quarantine and get the test. But if you don't have the jab, you can't travel at all. Your company has the power now, according to these new mandates that are being placed, to tell you whether you can go or not. And so I'm kind of like, I'm a grown woman. I don't need anyone telling me where not to go and where I can say. They're monitoring. Companies are now monitoring your social media. Like my company, they're probably, I wouldn't even be surprised the person watching is someone from my company because they are monitoring our social media now. And I was I was criticized. I was brought into a meeting about certain things that I just was like, okay, this is what it is. And it's just letting me know that I kind of waited too long in the matrix. I'm wait. We're at it's at a point now with the shelves being empty because I go into the grocery stores every day and I'm seeing the shelves getting emptier and emptier. I'm seeing the gas prices go up. The gas prices went up to $3.30. I'm seeing how things are purposely being jacked up the price for supply and demand, and people are going to need their job. They're going to need their job. So we're being in a position where we don't have a choice. It is no choice. You either live and do what they want or go against the grain and suffer for it. I'm not going to suffer for anything. I trust in God. I trust in Allah. There's things that sometimes the law will put you in a position where you just have to just trust in Him and know that things are going to manifest in the way they are. And I was even telling someone today, I was like, I don't know if this is Allah doing this or if this is Shaitan messing with me, or is it Allah allowing Shaitan to mess with me? And when do you know which is which? When do you know what is the right one? I was like, I can't really focus on the signs. I'm just trying now to just sit back because I see a lot of people are in panic mode. Just sit down, sit back, assess the situation to see what is the direction that I need to go in. What steps that I need to take now? Um, how can I share my experience with others without putting myself in jeopardy? Because I want to share so much with you guys. I want to share the stuff that I know because I work right next to, like literally like right next to the White House. But I can't share it because right now while I'm here, I need to be able to take care of myself and support myself. But it's such demonic energy. Like I was telling someone this morning, and I hope you all can hear me, because I just been running my mouth, so I don't know if you all can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me or not, because if not, I've been running my mouth for nothing. But one of the things that I was talking to one of my sisters this morning, and I was letting her know, yeah, I had a conversation. Someone told me, well, I picked the lesser of two evils. And I said, well, not really, because the energy that I'm feeling, yeah, the orange man, he was evil, but this Joker, I feel, is demonic. He's demonic, and I personally did not vote for him. Oh, hey, blind guy, his wife, great, you can hear me, good. So I was just telling him, like the things that I'm seeing that's happening, you know, it's like we're not really getting good choices, and his so-called partner, that chick, that's going to be a whole nother special case because they're prepping her up to be next in line, and she has already shown from her time in California to till now that she don't give two flying f's about us. That's just it. It is, and a lot of us are delusional, and we don't even want to realize that we put ourselves in this position, and and what I was doing was, I think the stress of it all was making me sick. My body was reacting to all the stress of the West. Oh, wait a minute. I see a message. I'm on my phone, and I have not done this on my phone before, so I don't. Let me see it. Live chat. Okay, right. There's a certain things going on, and you can't share for a reason that you can't ever say. Yeah, I kind of saw the message. This is very different that I'm doing on the phone because I was just kind of like, I just need to come out. So, one of the things I can share with this, with all that they've been throwing at me, yeah, they told me I can't travel. They already told me I can't travel internationally. They told me I can't go to Ghana. My job told me that, I mean, the Gambia. My job told me I had all my stuff planned, my tickets bought, everything. My job has also told me if I wanted to work, I had to do whatever they told me to do with their body. They're telling me what I can do and what not to. Why are the mosquitoes out still? Um, so um, yeah, my job told me you cannot go to Africa, and if you go to Africa, you don't have a job. That's basically what they told me. We're being threatened with our livelihood now. And these are part of these new mandates, and jobs are feeling emboldened. So I have a couple of options, and I'm weighing out my options. Knowing me, I'm going to go to Africa. I just have to postpone my trip because now I see I have to reorganize things because I was actually supposed to be going like countdown, days, like literally days, and they hit me with like if I go, when I come back, I won't have a job. So and the thing was, I didn't even tell them I was going. Uh, so that's why I know uh, that's a long story, but that's going to be on a later video when I'm not working here anymore. Then I can just let it all loose. I'm gonna let it so much stuff loose because I know so much stuff that's going on that I can't share working here. But it's interesting how they're just being bonus and everything that I was saying that was going to happen. I'm seeing it manifest. It's happening. So the next thing is they're really going to make it so that we cannot live, eat, sleep, work here, or you're going to, or you're going to have to do this. I even know people who are like, no, never, 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 never. They're now doing it because it's not worth it. But my thing is, if you, I have a problem when if I tell my job, well, if I do this, are you going to guarantee if anything ever happens to me that X Y Z is you're going to take care of X Y Z? And they're like, no. I can't get those companies who are providing this thing to guarantee if anything happens to me, will you be responsible? No, nobody wants to be responsible if something happens to you, but yet they want to force you to do this. So I'm at this point like I'm not worried. I'm not stressed. Um, I was for a second though because it was showing on me, but I'm seeing that I have to be more strategic. Uh, Definitely more organized. I have to make sure um, when I plan this my trip will be a final destination. Uh, we are on a time limit here because eventually the demonic energy that's running the country is going to make it so you're not going to be able to travel at all. They are definitely causing the shortages in this that we're seeing across the country because I know I see it here in the DMV area. The shelves are empty. The gas prices are going up higher. Um, you know, uh, People are feeling emboldened to ask you about your medical status. Companies are now feeling emboldened to tell their employees what they can and cannot do with their body, where and where they cannot go. So now is the time to I realize it's for me to decide. And this is going, it's not just going to be here. This is going to be something I've realized is going to be a global thing because especially after seeing what happened in Tanzania with Hassan, is that her name, Hassan, President Hassan? I'm so disappointed because President Magafuli did such great work. He did such amazing work. For her to turn around and bring that demonic energy from the UK to help her get her people in order. So that right there lets you know that there's a lot of African leaders who are puppets for the West, and who knows what they're going to be getting in return. But they are bringing these demonic energies back into Africa. So even in Africa, if you feel like you run to Africa and you're going to go there, run to South America, run to the Caribbean, it does not even mean you're safe. It's like, for me, I'm realizing I have to figure out how can I just maintain myself without being dependent on anyone else. Being dependent on someone else, that means you're basically a slave to that person. They're in control of you. They're trying to be in control of your body. And I got to really, and I'm speaking for myself, and if it speaks to you, if it resonates with you, then that's a blessing. We all have to figure out, and I'm just so proud of everybody who are maintaining their families and themselves without being having their hands out to someone else to work for someone else, because this country did this by design. They pushed us to all go to college, get these corporate jobs, go work for someone else, be long term with these people, knowing that other people will never have your best interest. You know, it's nothing like a small business owner that you can own yourself, own your jobs, help others. So unfortunately, my company has like 100 employees, but this is the key. We have 100 employees, but not in the same location. We're across the United States. We're, from the West Coast to the East Coast. So across the United States, we have an average about like 103 people, but in each location, we may have like a staff of 5 people. So because there's 100 people within the whole company, they're mandating that everyone has, that's the loophole that the government is put in, because it doesn't matter if you're not in the same location. If there's 100 people within the company, even though I never see anyone I work with, I don't see any of those other people. We don't interact with each other. We don't cross arms. We don't touch. In my own office, I don't even see the people in my office. That's going to be their reason to make you put something in your body that you don't want, because it's 100 people. So they're finding loopholes to try to figure out how to make people do what they want, and it's very quiet here in DC. Surprisingly enough, normally I'm used to hearing protesting and people fighting and arguing, but I've been looking for the protest because I want to be down with the protest. I have not found any protests. I have found people who were talking to me, trying to figure out like how can we proceed. Now saying, well, if I have to get it, I'll get it. And I'm like, and I got to watch myself. I have to watch myself. I have to watch how I speak, and I'm going to share that because I had some valuable life lessons during this whole saga. I had some eye-opening things that has happened in this whole saga, and because I was not this whole situation between 2020 and now, I've like the gaining of the weight. Now I got high blood pressure. Now I have allergies. Now I have stress levels. It's like my whole body has started breaking down. And I was just like, you know what? You got to stop. You got to stop, because you're not going to make it to Africa on this at this level. So we'll see. Keep an eye out. I thought I was going to be sharing some videos about me in the Gambia sooner than later. So now it looks like it's going to be a little later because I'm going to have to reorganize, replan, and go back to the drawing board, because I was literally days away from leaving, and that is just so disappointing. And I am disappointed. I'm probably gonna go home and have me a good little cry, because I'm just like I'm not in the position just to leave and come back and not have a job. That's just the reality of it. So I have to reschedule everything. But when I reschedule everything, I'm not going. That it's a wrap for me. It's a wrap for me, and nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. I'm gonna be, and next thing you know, you're gonna see me on the continent, and that's just what it is. But in the meantime, I'm gonna sit here and share my preparation, um, how I'm where what I'm using. Now it's prep mode, so now it's going to be all about prepping, organizing, purging, selling, um, and saying goodbye to family. Yes, the stress did overwhelm me, and I didn't realize it. Let me tell you, my blood pressure has shot up to 197 over 99. That is heart attack mode. I was at heart attack mode, and I did not realize it. I couldn't walk. You know, I had a whole other thing outside of the allergy stuff I was dealing with. Then all of a sudden, I was diagnosed with gout and pressure, and it wasn't gout, but this I was holding it in because I was just doing, moving, maintaining, not realizing what was happening to me. So now I'm looking at it like this, like, I'm not tripping. Y'all want to fire me? All right, fine. Okay, I can't go right now. Okay, that's fine. Because now I have an agenda. I see what it is here. I'm not worried about it. Um, I know they're monitoring me, and alhamdulillah, and I know they're coming for me. But you know what? Allah is so good because, um, Allah allows shaitan to mess with you, and it's a matter of how you deal with the situation. And I was not dealing with it in a proper manner, and that's why my body started attacking me, from the allergies, from the allergy reactions, to the high blood pressure, to I couldn't even walk. I was literally just a week ago on a cane. I was on a cane. I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand. My knee wouldn't bend, because my body had filled up with so much inflammation because of stress. So now I'm like sitting back saying, stop letting the stress of the West get to you. It had gotten to me to a level that I just was like, I got to stop it. I got to stop it. And anyone who is on this journey, anyone who is dealing with this, it's just not worth it. I'm seeing it. Wherever we go in the world, there's going to be people who are trying to mess with you. Um, and I got to focus on being a high vibrational person, focus on my words sound, making sure that I continue to be positive for myself, for my children, for my community. And eventually I will make it to the continent because what is it that saying is, like, when there's two sayings, but I'm going with this one. When something is worth it, you got to put a little bit of effort to it. It takes a little bit of work. And to me, this is going to be so worth it. And I'm having my challenges. So I'm going to be working through these challenges, and I'll share my challenges, my testimony, because you got to have tests to have testimony. So right now I'm being put through the fire, and that's as a Rasta woman, that's what we do. We get put through the fire, we get put through the test, and we just got to keep it moving, keep it positive. Making sure my children are good and safe, and I'm learning who my community is. I'm learning who my tribe is. I'm learning about using certain words and categorizing things and people and places and who to speak with. These are lessons that I'm learning every day. I'm just like, okay, Allah, make me better than I was the day before. Always striving towards perfection, never achieving it. And I'm learning it. And yeah, and these are some of the things I'm talking about. I have a podcast. For those who don't know, you can find it on my homepage, my home channel, my channel page. Let's talk about it with Empress, because I'm gonna start doing more podcasts, because I have a lot I want to share, and I'm not gonna be able to share it on YouTube. But I wanted to get up here today because I had a test today. I was being tested. And I was just like, girl, it's all right. You're good. You're good. But anyway, I'm on my lunch break. I just wanted to pop in because I don't know if I'll be doing any more live streams like Wake Up Wednesday for a while because I have some computer challenges and I really don't know how to do it from the phone. But I'll probably get up on here just on Wednesdays and pop in and say, hey, give you an update, let you know where I'm at. Um, because it's time for us to go, y'all. It's time to go, and my fear is getting kicked in its ass because I was allowing fear to slow me down. So now I gotta pick it up and keep it moving and get up out of here. It's time to go. But anyone, one love family. Thank you for chatting with me. You all have a blessed one, and make sure you like this channel and subscribe and follow and put the notification bell on because my intention is to bring informative updates when it comes to me of the things that I'm dealing with so that it can help you in your challenges. And so now my challenge that I'm dealing with is with the job and and how to handle my job. But you all have a blessed one. Peace.